All right, let's just dive right in. Artificial intelligence, AI. It's gone from just being in movies to being in our daily headlines, right? But man, the number of buzzwords, it can be a lot. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise and build a real understanding of what AI is, piece by piece. So let's start with the big one, the most important question of all. We hear the term constantly, but what does it actually mean when we say a machine is intelligent? Let's figure that out together. Okay, so to really get AI, you have to start with its foundation, the single most important building block of the whole thing, machine learning. Just think of this as the basic ability to learn. Now pay attention to that last part, without being explicitly programmed. That's the magic right there. Instead of a human programmer writing out step-by-step rules for every single possibility, we just feed the computer a ton of data and let it figure out the patterns for itself.
And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic idea. It is already shaping your world in ways you might not even realize. The next time you're scrolling through Netflix, just remember this number. A whopping 80% of what people watch on that platform is chosen for them by a machine learning algorithm. It's a system that's learned our tastes so well, it's literally shaping culture one show at a time. But, for an AI to do that, it has to learn how first.
So how does this learning actually happen? Well, there are two main ways. On one hand, you've got supervised learning. This is kind of like studying with flashcards. You show the AI thousands of pictures of cats, and every single one is labeled cat. You do that enough, it learns what a cat looks like. Then you have unsupervised learning. This is more like dropping the AI into a giant messy photo album with no labels and just saying, hey, find stuff that looks similar. It has to figure out the idea of a cat all on its own. Okay, so we've got our first building block, the ability to learn from data. Awesome. Now we need to build the engine that makes this learning really, really powerful. We need to build the AI brain. And this is where neural networks come into play. And yes, they're inspired by our very own brains. See, instead of one giant processor doing all the work, it's a whole network of tiny, simple little units all working together. And by passing information through layers and layers of these neurons, the network can start to recognize incredibly complex patterns, stuff a single algorithm could never, ever spot. So here's how all these terms you hear about actually fit together. Machine learning, that's the big picture goal. Neural networks, that's a specific, powerful tool we use to get there. And deep learning? Well, that's just what we call it when we use a neural network that is absolutely massive, with tons and tons of layers. The more layers, the deeper it is, and the more powerful it becomes.
And it's that depth that leads to all the big breakthroughs. A deep network learns in stages. The first layer might just learn to spot simple things like edges and colors. Then the next layer combines those into basic shapes like an eye or a nose. And the layer after that combines those shapes into a face. It's building understanding from the ground up, all by itself. So we have this powerful brain. But a brain just sitting in a box is kind of useless if it can't perceive the world, right? So the next step is to give our AI some senses, specifically sight and language.
First up is computer vision, and honestly, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're literally teaching the machine how to see, how to look at a photo or a video and actually understand what's happening in it.
But seeing isn't just one thing, There's a really key difference here. Image classification is the simple version. It looks at a picture and just says, that's a dog. Easy enough. But object detection is way more advanced. It doesn't just say, hey, there's a dog and a person. It actually draws little boxes around them to show you exactly where they are in the frame.
Sight is only half the story, though. To really connect with us, AI needs to master the tool we all use every day, language. And that is the job of natural language processing, or NLP. It's how we teach AI to understand what we're writing and what we're saying.
And the progress in NLP has been, well, nothing short of staggering. Just look at this timeline. A little over a decade ago, the huge breakthrough was teaching a computer that the relationship between king and queen was like man and woman. Now we have models like GPT-4 that get nuance, context, and can even understand images right alongside the text. The speed of this change is just unbelievable.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. We've built an AI brain using deep learning, and we've given it senses with computer vision and NLP. Now comes the truly mind-bending part, because once you have the ability to understand, you get the ability to create.
And that brings us to generative AI,
The really important difference here is that this isn't about analyzing data that's already out there. No, this is about using all those patterns it learned to generate something brand new, something that has never existed before.
To see what I mean, just listen to this prompt. This isn't a search for something. It's a creative request. It's asking for an idea, an aesthetic, a feeling.
And this is what the AI made. It didn't find this image, it didn't remix it, it created it from nothing but those words. This is the perfect example of AI moving beyond just doing tasks and entering the realm of actual imagination.
So how on earth does that work? Well, for images like the one we just saw, the go-to technique is called a diffusion model. And the process is actually kind of beautiful. It starts with a screen of total static, just random noise. Then, using the text prompt as its guide, it slowly, step by step, removes the noise until a clear, new image just emerges from the chaos. It's like a sculptor chipping away stone to reveal the statue hidden inside.
So there we have it. We have all of our building blocks: machine learning, neural networks, computer vision, NLP, and now generative AI. The final step is to see how all these pieces combine to power the stuff we see and use every single day.
For instance, you take an AI brain powered by deep learning, you give it the sense of sight with computer vision, and what do you get? You get the core technology behind self-driving cars, an AI that can see and react to the world around it.
Or how about this? You take that neural network brain and you connect it to its language senses, its NLP. The result? You get conversational AI that we're all getting used to, like ChatGPT, that can actually understand and talk back to us.
And this stuff isn't just about convenience or cool new tech. It has a profound impact. When these systems are pointed at medical images, they can achieve a 94% accuracy rate in spotting lung cancer from scans. That's a level of performance that can and will save lives.
So we've pretty much come full circle. We've built an AI from the ground up that can learn, see, speak, and even create. It's an amazing technology that reflects the patterns that we've shown it, which of course leaves us with one last massive question. Now that we have this incredibly powerful tool, what do we want to teach it next?